everybody, Justine here from Art Behaviour, and I want to wish you a wonderful start to your new year. I really felt the desire to create this video because of working already with some of my clients, and I'm getting the same questions that are popping up, especially from being forced to have a rest from all businesses closing, and how to get back on track. So this video is great to watch before you start 2023. I'm going to give you some tips and techniques that I've used with my clients, and the importance of mindfulness through creativity, not necessarily art, but creativity, and how these tips and techniques can really help you bounce back after jumping out of routine or being forced out of your normal routines. So the first thing I say to everybody is, the world kind of forces you to stop, because it closes down for celebrations, and a lot of people are in their routine and they feel like they're pumped and they're going, and then they feel like they have to stop, so they become irritated or frustrated. So what I say to people is, when you're having that downtime, take that vital time to recuperate and rest. It's really important. You'll notice a lot of people even get ill during this time because there's lots of clear out you're processing and going through, and changes that are happening. And then what I do is, once you are feeling like you're recuperating and you're putting some goals in place, the first thing I say to people and to my clients is to look at your diary in January and to actually make sure you are scheduling two very important activities besides your work and the rest of your life and what you're going to be doing. And the first one is your movement. So what movement are you going to schedule daily that's going to stimulate both sides of the brain to remain in a creative problem-solving mindset and to be gentle with yourself? So what do I mean by movement? Movement can be dancing, it can be exercise, it can be a gentle walk, it can be something that is getting you to breathe a bit more, breathe a bit deeper into the back of your lungs, and that sends oxygen to the brain. Now, what does that do? That forces your brain to take time out. And when you're taking time out and you're doing a form of movement, it just gets your mindset ready for connecting with your body and anchoring yourself, before you're about to take on any tasks that you're working through. It also helps you plan more. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with where do I start, how do I start, it's so important that your movement is scheduled as much as possible. I try and do it at least 5 times a week, and that is, even if it's 20 minutes or 15 minutes a day, I do that. So for instance, I'll take the dogs for a walk, or I might do a bit of just dance, or I may go to a dance myself, a club dance, or I may just go for a gentle walk. Just something that I can do so that to get my movement and my oxygen regulating. The second thing is my mindfulness investment. And so the mindfulness movement, I had my dog barking as confirmation, isn't it? Is about, what are you unconsciously putting in your mind when you start the day? Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't have time to work on myself. There's just so much going on. I'm a very busy person. That's especially when it's important to schedule this time in. What I do is, when I'm waking up in the morning and I'm doing my morning routine of getting dressed, brushing my teeth, all these kinds of things, I put on a video on YouTube to play in the background of anything that would contribute to my mindset. And this is so important. So I listen to inspirational videos, I listen to inspirational talks, podcasts, all of that is so important to start your day. And I switch off the news. I don't listen to any news. It's the start of my day, and I do it while I'm busy doing things and carry my phone around to just have in the background, backside of what's going on in my world. Now, the reason why I say this is important is because when you're listening to the news, when you're listening to all those things, it's going in your mind. So you are creating those areas and manifesting unconsciously things in your life that you're not aware of. And if you're hearing about problems, although you go, oh, I'm a strong person, I don't get affected by this, unconsciously it's like a tap that's dripping really slow that then starts to have an impact. So it's so important to set up your mindfulness schedule and your movement schedule. Now you want to make sure when you're setting that up that you keep the habit at the same time of the day and the same stage. So for instance, if every morning I'm getting up and I'm brushing my teeth at the same time, then that's when I'm going to play that video. The movement I want to try and keep at the same time as well, because what that does is it almost builds structure in your brain to have something that you feel you are achieving something, and then also helps your brain just connect and be creative in problem solving so that you can get that breather in between. Now, if you want to take it a step further, the other thing that is important to schedule is your meditation. Now, there's different forms of meditation. There's different forms that are unique to you. Some people meditate when they're cleaning. Some people meditate while they're washing the dishes. Some people meditate while they're listening to music. Find a meditation that is working for you and involves breathing as well. I tend to use a lot of things that work with affirmations. When I'm driving to my destination, I use affirmations, which I'm going to be doing at some point, a talk to help you more with that. Or I just look up on YouTube and I use a thing called manifesting video, and it really is really good for 15 minutes that I do, again, either just before I wake up in the morning or whatever that is. Now, what a lot of people think is when they're doing meditation that I have to manifest things or I have to think about what I want. In that meditation process, it's just about shutting your mind down, and if you are manifesting things for yourself, if you feel you don't know what you want, I then just sit with a peaceful mind saying, whatever I know I can provide the service to in the world is there, and I easily see it. It comes to me easily. And just by saying that gets me to relax. It comes at the perfect time, perfect place, and I will do this. And that tends to just calm me down when I'm going through shifts of, where am I going? What am I manifesting? What changes are happening in my world? And then last but not least, I've attached a reminder video because when especially going through the festive period, I had a lovely video on just what to use to help yourself. Just look at a few things that come up during the festive season that we start being a bit too hard on ourselves. So go and rewatch that video. I've attached that link as well. And I look forward to connecting with you for this year. Please book a call and a chat to go through things that we've chatted before, that we've spoken about. We're going to be setting up loads of groups and things that are going to be helpful and mindful to add to your growth and movement of your year of this year. Let's go for it.